What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dual Sport Outdoors. So look at this. Got the Leatherman Wave Alpha. Now I'm going to tell you straight off the gate, I already have gripes with this. I've not opened it, but things I saw when they released it, but I bought it for channel purposes to show to you guys. So let's go ahead and pop it open. There you go. So you can see all that. Okay. Oh, Kershaw live wire, by the way. Get you one. Okay, so we got the little paperwork with the alpha symbol on it. Here we go. No sheath. That's ridiculous. That's one of the things about it that irked me right out of the gate. Had to buy a sheath for it, so I bought the kind of obsidian version of the arc sheath. So here we go. Let's give a quick look over of it real quick. So there's your Magna Cut blade. Obviously I got the obsidian version of the tool. Nice gold thumb stud. Pretty damn sharp, actually. It came very sharp. Bevels appear to be slightly off. Not a huge deal. Liner lock. Here's your file, crosscut, metal saw, diamond file. Wood saw. Probably my least favorite thing on the entire tool. Big ass scissors that are supposed to have more cutting surface than any scissor on any Leatherman ever. They feel pretty smooth and they popped right open upon release. That's a good thing. However, not putting the Charge Series' serrated blade with the gut hook right there was a terrible move on Leatherman's part. But we'll go over that in a different video, I think. Okay, that came open smooth. But man, that is the stiffest feeling pair of pliers. That's going to take some breaking in, man. That is the stiffest pliers I have ever felt on a Leatherman. That's not even one of the gripes that I had before getting it, man. I'm having to put some oomph behind my finger to get that to open up like that. So that's going to require some working in. Let's see. Yep, so it's the same cutters as the Arc that have that gap in them. But I've found actually installing the security devices at work that gap is actually useful. It makes for a better wire stripper than what's actually on the tools. So let's fan out in here. So you got your giant screwdriver and your micro driver. This is another one of my immediate gripes, because there's no reason at this point with modders out there being able to do it that Leatherman can't. Just integrate that micro driver into this already, so you can put the scissors off of this back in there and give us back our serrated blade. Then of course, flat driver. Why? You have a bit driver. Give us a chisel or something. So it all feels pretty sharp and is damn pointy. Typical can opener, and then there's the lesser wire stripper. So, quick glance at the tools as those G10 handles that some of the other guys are right. These feel almost more like FRN than G10. So I'm not entirely sure what to think of that. Then Leatherman says most comfortable grip on a pair of pliers. Nah. My original Wave feels better, because see how this is rounded here? Where that's more blocky and steppy. Now let's give it a... about the same amount of flex as my Wave. Oh man, that tightened those up even more than they were. Wow. Yeah, that's going to take some working in. Holy crap. So, yeah, I'd already thought this before I even bought this tool. Again, I bought this for the channel to show to you guys. I'm going to field test it out in the woods and everything, like I do all my other stuff. Probably do that this weekend if I get a chance. But honestly, I would call this the Wave Beta, because it's, personally, I find it inferior to this in the tool set. The only thing that has over this is some magna cutting and all. It doesn't even have the ruler like this has, which is annoying as hell. And $200, no ruler, scissors, less comfortable than the $120 version. Again, I'm going to go over this in probably my next video where I show these two side by side. Super stiff pliers. So, yeah, I would say Wave Beta, not Wave Alpha. Because again, this $200 and it doesn't feel near as good as that, and definitely not as good as the Charge TTI. So I'm sure that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. Again, we're going to carry it. I just unboxed it, as you saw, and I'm going to use it. We'll see if it has some redeeming qualities, but as of right now, no sheath, no ruler. The outboard scissors, instead of giving us the Charge series serrated blade with the gut hook, the ergonomics not being anything like that. Yeah, no. This Wave Alpha is beta to the original. Hands down. So anyway, guys, please be sure to thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, trolls, say your stuff. I'm sure you're going to have a blast with this video, and we'll see you next time.